Buddy Buchanan with the Leader in Times, and today we will be bringing you a Liberal City Commission candidate profile. There are 13 candidates running for City Commission, and with the primary coming soon, the Leader in Times would like to give the public a chance to hear each candidate's campaign, concentrations, and changes. Today's profile is that of Connie Seigrist. Here is her interview.
Okay, so I guess just first of all, what actually got you interested in running for office? Because I know you're one of the many people in the pool running for City Commission, so what got you interested?
Well, I realized I was doing a lot of complaining about what was going on in the city, and that made me part of the problem. So I decided I ought to run for City Commissioner and see if I couldn't be part of the solution.
Right, right. So what would you say then was kind of the final catalyst that made you decide, yes, I am going to go ahead and run for this year?
Well, I sort of repeated that same scenario to friends, and they said, you want to do it, go ahead, run, do it. So with my friends prodding, I decided to go ahead and run.
Awesome then. So what are some ideas you have for if you should end up being one of the people elected to the City Commission after this year's election?
Well, I want to reestablish liberals' credibility with the FAA, and I want to make sure our airport is in good standing. And I have a great understanding of focus on the future and the 1 cent sales tax, and I know the master plan for that because I have been on that committee since the beginning. And Focus on the Future has made a proposal to USD 480 and to the City of Liberal to repurpose the South Junior High and give us a rec center.
Right.
And I have attended many focus groups for Focus on the Future, and of all the things people want, they want a rec center. A place for the children to go, a place for families to go. I wanted it myself. I wanted it for my children. And then my grandchildren. And now I want it for my great-grandchildren. And I hope that this can happen because I think it would be great for Liberal.
Awesome.
And I'm have learned a lot about senior citizens because I serve on the Seward County Council on Aging board, and this is a not-for-profit organization, and I feel some of the city commissioners think that the senior citizens are the responsibility of the county. But I think the senior citizens are everybody's responsibility.
Right, of course.
And coming up, the City Commission will be funding the not-for-profit organizations soon.
Yeah, those applications are due by the end of the month. We've been running
June
that.
30th is the deadline for that. And I'm going to be watching very carefully how that money is distributed. And you should too, and everybody should watch that and see where they fund non-profit organizations.
Right.
I believe in tourism for our community. I've learned a lot about tourism from serving on the Convention and Tourism Board. It's interesting what an impact it has on our community. We have some wonderful places for people to visit. The Air Museum with all its airplanes and the robotics classes that it offers, and a possible STEM jet. We have our water park. We have Dorothy's house. We have the Coronado Museum, and we need to be sure we keep all of these attractions up because that is what brings people to our community. And we want those people to put their heads in the beds of our motels, because our motel collects a tourism tax.
Yeah.
And then that can be used to advertise for Liberal, to bring different groups to Liberal, to make use of our motels.
Right. Yeah.
So I really understand tourism now after being on that board.
Right. And I know we actually have a couple new motels going up currently, and there was even a groundbreaking just this morning for the upcoming Old Chicago restaurant and the new Comfort Suites motel and everything. So yeah, that's all pretty good.
And just keep in mind, those people stay in our motels, they eat at our restaurants, they shop in our stores, so it's a win-win for everybody. So we've got to try to keep heads in the beds of our motels.
Right. Right. So with all of the projects going on around Liberal right now, especially everything that's going on in the north, what would you say excites you, given that all of that is happening here in the community?
Well, it just means that we are becoming very progressive. We have people that believe in our community, and some outsiders that believe in our community and been willing to invest in our community.
Right.
I think that is a wonderful plus. And the potential for some more retail. Who knows what will come.
Right then. So how do you feel about this year's candidate pool for the Liberal City Commission being so big? Because there's 13 total, which is a pretty big pool. So how do you feel knowing that many people are trying to get on the commission and serve the community and everything?
Well, I think that's a good sign that people are willing to step out and serve. So many times you see ads in the paper for people to serve on boards, and the ad appears again and again and again, and they can't get people to step up and get involved. So I think this is a good sign that people are willing to get involved.
Awesome. So what would you say then you're looking forward to about about the upcoming campaign then?
Well, I think my job is to get out and meet people and listen to what they are upset about, because I know there are some people that are, like I was, upset about things. I want to hear their stories. I want to talk to them. So I think my job is to get out and about and visit with people and see what they want done with the city.
Well then. So why would you say then you're a good fit? Let me rephrase that here. So why would you say you would be a good fit for the city commission?
Well, I feel that I have had lots of experience. I've worked on lots of boards. I have served on boards where the Kansas State Open Meetings Act is very, very important. I understand the rules and regulations of that, and I find that to be of utmost importance when you're serving on a board or like the commission. And I have that experience. I'm a licensed realtor. I know about contracts. I know about negotiations. I think I would have a good understanding of the city business.
Right. Awesome. Well, just last question I have for you here. Just, is there anything else you would want to add, or anything else you think would be relevant to put about yourself and your campaign?
Well, I was born in Liberal and went to Liberal High School, graduated from Kansas State University with a Bachelor of Science degree, graduated from KU Medical Center with a degree in medical technology, and then I came back home. And this is where my heart is. I really care about this community, and I want to see it progress as quickly and efficiently as it can.
Right.
So I guess you would say I care, and that's why I'm running.
Be sure to check back here for the other 12 City Commission candidate profiles when they arrive. This is Buddy Buchanan with the Leader in Times. God bless, and thanks for watching.